It's the all-new J-Mac News Show.
You haven't heard the news until you've heard J-Mac
on KSL News Radio.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today. Happy Friday. So glad that you are here with us. And of course, just because it's Friday doesn't mean we don't do the attack.
This is the J-Mac News Attack.
5 points in 5 minutes about the news of the day. That's what we call the J-Mac News Attack. And today, one word, Brexit. How many of you woke up this morning and had no idea what Brexit is? Do you even know now? Does anybody know?
Takeaway number 5.
Number 5 takeaway about Brexit. What on earth is it? Well, it's a portmanteau. Do you know what that is? It's a combination of two words, Britain and exit. And it was a referendum held in the United Kingdom yesterday as to whether or not they should leave the European Union. Should the United Kingdom leave the European Union? Now, here's my point. Before yesterday, how many of you even knew what Brexit meant? For that matter, how many people in the European Union even knew what the word Brexit meant? Listen to this crazy statistic. Searches for this question. What happens if England leaves the EU, or what is the EU, went way up in the United Kingdom after the vote occurred. Not before, but after. That's kind of scary.
Number 4.
Oh, so this touches home in several ways, and it's really pointed out in a question asked to Tony Blair on CNN by Wolf Blitzer. Tony Blair, the former prime minister, was asked, what is this about? Is it about immigration?
The biggest concern was definitely immigration. And a whole lot of things get mixed up in this issue of immigration. And as you know from the US, but we can see it anywhere in Europe today, this issue to do with immigration has the power to move electorates in a very sharp and clear direction.
Yeah, so it's interesting to watch other countries face similar issues as we face here. Many feel that this decision by the United Kingdom is a signal as to what will happen here in the United States this November, and that the Brexit decision, much of it having to do with immigration, as Tony Blair says, will bode well for one Donald Trump.
Takeaway number 3.
One of the most interesting things is that the polling was all wrong when it came to the Brexit vote. The polling predicted that the United Kingdom would stay in the European Union, and we saw otherwise. And it's one of the reasons why I hate polling. People change their viewpoint based upon what the polling says. I wish we could get rid of it, honestly. All of it. I think that it is something that has way too much impact, and in this case, we're seeing oftentimes can be very wrong.
Number 2.
My number 2 point about the Brexit vote yesterday, well, you know it has to do with one Donald Trump. I am absolutely convinced that he did not know what Brexit is yesterday, as early as yesterday, and that he has no idea what just happened. None.
They voted, and it's been peaceful, and it was strong and very contentious, and in many respects, I watched last night, it was a little bit ugly.
It was... Wait, which was it, Donald? Was it peaceful? Was it contentious? Was it ugly? Which one was it?
They voted, and it's been peaceful, and it was strong and very contentious, and in many respects, I watched last night, it was a little bit ugly.
What one was it? Just pick one. Just land on something, please, Donald.
When people asked me what I thought was going to happen, as you know, I said, I think they're going to break away. And it's just turned out that way. And it was a little bit surprising because the polls indicated probably that it wouldn't happen, 80%.
There's a reporter who says he asked Donald Trump on Wednesday night how Donald felt about Brexit. And Donald said, bro, what? Well, what? What do we talk? What? Brexit? What? You know, the United Kingdom leaving the EU. Oh, yeah, that. I guess a lot of people didn't know what Brexit was before Wednesday, but you know what? A lot of people are not running to be the commander-in-chief of the free world.
And JMac News Attack. Takeaway number one.
Oh, wow. Have you seen the markets? Why in the world is the United States being affected so aggressively by this Brexit decision?
ITV News, our affiliate, is calling the referendum result for the Leave camp to win 52 to 48, 52% to 48% nationwide in favor of Brexit. So this is happening. The United Kingdom has voted to leave the European Union. It's been a member in some way, shape, or form of the European Economic Community first, then what morphed into the European Union.
Now, I've been watching quite a bit, looking at all of the economists and the pundits, and basically, if I can sum up what they're saying, an adjustment downward is expected here, and that's what's happened because the market is a more uncertain place. But don't panic. Adjustments can actually be a good thing in the long term. However, those relying on stock markets in the short term for their current support, that can be a very difficult situation. But from what I'm hearing, it's not a sign of a new recession or, I don't know, the end of the world as we know it.
The JMac News Attack.